Double Take Sports Talk, 5 good minutes with the Watts brothers. Coming up on the show, we are going to talk about the starting rotation. Once again, with Sean Hill sitting out and Sam Bradford considering being started in. We'll talk about that coming up next. Alright, 5 good minutes. Double Take Sports Talk. Welcome to the show. Daryl Watts here on the other side of me. Say hello to Daryl Watts today.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Alright, nothing much here. Just in La La Land.
Yeah, in La La Land. Michigan State. What about them? They have been the road underdogs 3 times in the last 2 years. And just accomplished a road win against Notre Dame. Go M State, baby! All right!
It's a big Michigan State fan.
Love my Michigan State.
All right, you have your a beautiful win today in the college world.
Yeah.
All right, so switching over to the NFL. It's most likely reported that Sean Bradford. Why did I say that I was in La La Land at the beginning of this episode?
Yeah, you said you was in La La Land.
Yes. Sam Bradford most likely to start over Sean Hill. Now I got it. I'm on rotation now. Right, you ready to do this?
Let's rock and roll, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our 5 minutes starts now. It is reported, according to ESPN, at 6:35 this afternoon, I believe it was, Ben Gosling, the ESPN staff writer, wrote that Sam Bradford will most likely be the first string quarterback for Sunday night game against the Green Bay Packers. He is most likely to start in their new stadium, a beautiful stadium at that. That being said, do you believe this was the right move? Although Sean Hill didn't throw no picks, no turnovers, no touchdowns, but still got the win 25-16 over the Tennessee Titans. Do you believe this was the right move to start Sam Bradford against Green Bay?
My first question is why would you start Sean Hill in the first place?
We questioned that the last time when they first started Week 1 against Tennessee. Why did you start Why did you start Sean Hill over Sam Bradford?
So, looking at this, I'm trying to piece everything together. I'm trying to piece why Mike Zimmer decided that he wanted to start Sean Hill, and now it seems like that he is going to actually have been official, but it looked like he is leaning towards Sam Bradford now. I don't know if this is a tactic that he's trying to do. But if this is a mind game tactic that he's doing, it stinks. Period. Mm-hmm. Because your defense stepped it up the whole game.
That's the only reason why they won that game.
That is the only reason why they won that game is because of
the defense. Defense is not going to be able to pull it out every single game. You have to rely on your offense when the defense is not in sync. Just like our computers, sometimes they're never in sync.
Exactly.
It's going to be the same way with Minnesota's defense. Mm-hmm. They are not going to be in sync. Be careful how you consider who you start and who you don't. In my personal opinion, they should have started Sam Bradford in Week 1 anyway. All because they did trade him for a first-round pick. Utilize him.
You know, it just seemed like you just wasted it now.
So I don't see why they should. I mean, although he did good, like I said, considering that he did good, he completed 54% of his passes for 236 yards. He was 18 for 33, no touchdowns, no picks, with a rating of 77.8. 3.
So now it makes me wonder that with him starting Sean Hill last week against Tennessee, it makes me wonder that if Mike Zimmer decided to do that because Sam Bradford needed more time with, getting adjusted to the playbook and stuff like that.
Maybe. I mean,
that was something to consider.
But when you look at their preseason, they won every single one of their preseason games. And Sean Hill started every single one of those snaps. That's another consideration to think about. It's a struggle. And being a head coach and being critics like me and you, it's tough to make a decision between who you're going to start when your star quarterback is gone. Because there would be no doubt in our mind that, one, if Teddy Bridgewater wasn't injured, Sam Bradford would be nowhere near Minnesota. And two, Minnesota would have beaten Tennessee anyway. It just would have been that I would have picked Minnesota over Tennessee anyway, regardless to the fact I had picked Tennessee only because they were starting Sean Bradford. I did it again. Sean Hill. They started him, and I just knew that they wasn't going to win, but they ended up winning anyway. And I would have picked Minnesota had Teddy Bridgewater was healthy.
And that's the thing. I would have felt like this if Teddy Bridgewater didn't get hurt, and if don't get ready to get a complete La La Land just like you do. Sam Bradford. Okay. Sam Bradford. If he was still with the Eagles, I would have felt personally that Sam Bradford would have had a breakout season.
Absolutely.
But now, since he is with Minnesota, he got traded to Minnesota, things are starting to change about that. Starting to change.
I'm gonna tell you something. I believe after this season, I believe truly that Sam Bradford is going back to Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think that was
I think he's on a
use me.
I think Minnesota's just borrowing him for the season. I think they're just borrowing him for the season, and after that.
So what about the draft picks, man? You just wasted good talent.
Yep, sure did. They're gonna have Teddy Bridgewater. So now the only thing they can rely on is free agency. Yeah. That would be their best resort. I mean, they still got good draft picks to pick from, regardless, and they can pick a sleeper out of that. So you never know.
Absolutely right.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's our 5 minutes. Thank you for listening to the show.
All right, you can check us out on the social media side and listen to more of our podcasts. You follow us on Twitter at DTST2414. Like us on Facebook, Double Take Sports Talk page at The Watch Brothers. Subscribe on YouTube and also subscribe to our podcast on the podcast app featuring iTunes. Got the blog featuring critical thinking and analysis. You can check that out at DoubleTakeSportsTalk.blogspot.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the show. From Darren, that's Darren on the other side of me. Catch up with us on another episode. Until then, ciao.